Do you want to be bald? Do you? Do you want to be bald? Good. I'm glad that you don't want to be bald. Hey guys, and welcome back to another absolutely spirited video. My name is Layla, not Leela, not Lila, not Lola, not Delilah. And it's still not Leonard. As you guys can tell by the title, I'm back with another Big Chop Chronicles episode for you guys. This should be episode 6, and we are getting into if you want to be bald or not. In today's video, I'm going to be going over things that I would avoid to not be bald. But before we jump into the video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss an episode of the Big Chop Chronicles. Are the things you're doing to your hair helping you grow your hair? Or are you helping yourself become bald? I first want to get into some hairstyles that I personally would never do because of the potential likelihood of me becoming bald. And I'm first gonna start with the style that I recently did that ended up having me missing hair right here. And I ended up doing these, I believe it was extra small knotless braids. Extra small knotless braids I would not do. Now granted, I take very good care of my braids. My braider is very, very, very attentive and persnickety when it comes to parts and making sure that there is no tension around my hairline. But that didn't matter. The braid fell out. It fell out. Like, I hide it very well, but there's supposed to be a lot more hair right here. So personally, I wouldn't do extra small knotless braids. Another style I would steer away from are faux locks. They're very cute. They're very versatile. I know we have butterfly locks and different types, bohemian locks. They're a very cute style, but not if you don't want to be bald. I just see a lot of horror stories with taking them out. You know, application is also very intricate. So I haven't really heard a lot of good stories about doing faux locks. And I did faux locks a while ago. I want to say I did them back in like 2018, 2019 when it was fairly new. And my scalp was itching so bad, I felt like I had lice. Another style that I would not necessarily avoid but do in moderation are weaves. Now, I am a weave girly 10 toes down through and through, but I haven't gotten a weave, I want to say, in probably almost a year now. And although my hair flourished when it was in a weave, my hair also was very thin, and this go around, I want my hair to be very, very thick, healthy, voluminous. And I was doing weave after weave after weave after weave. Now, if you're somebody who's been doing weaves and has no issues, and of course this isn't for you, but the average person has to be aware of what can happen if you're doing weaves consistently. Remember, there's tension on top of tension. So you're getting a beehive braided or a certain type of braided style to input your weave, and then you're getting the weave sewn on top of it. It's a lot of tension on your scalp to be doing consistently without any breaks and without having somebody who knows what they're doing installing it. Another one that I am 10 toes down and through about are lace fronts. Now, although I love me a good lace front wig, please be mindful of the glue. That is gonna give you premature baldness around your hairline because you're literally putting glue on your head and ripping it off. You're still sacrificing your edges, and you're also gonna have that everlasting tan line, which makes it look like you got a facelift. I just leave it alone, sis. My last style that I would steer away from, even though I'm 10 toes down and through for this one too. So I'm not biased. As y'all can see, I'm not biased. I'm putting things that I actually like to do and probably plan on doing later on if I decide that it won't give me premature baldness. But another style is ponytails. Ponytails.
I'm talking to you with the ponytails. I like your attitude, Penny Proud, with your ponytails.
Now, I love me a good ponytail. My girl Shania, the ponytail queen, that I love me a good ponytail. But the tension in the crown of my head does not like ponytails. And also too, with the amount of rubber bands and the tightness of the weave being wrapped around your already ponytailed hair, it's a lot of tension on your scalp. And I can tell you, I would have severe pain in the middle of my head when I would uninstall those ponytails. I personally love most of the styles, if not all the styles that I have listed, but on this new journey of regrowing my hair and trying to do things the right way, because when you know better, you do better. I'm not saying these styles will give you baldness or will give you traction alopecia, but let's just be mindful of these protective styles that we think are protective, but really can be adverse to what we're trying to do in our hair growth journeys. Some things that I would avoid doing to not be bald are as follows. I would not brush my hair dry or matted, tangled, any of the sorts. Anything with knots, I'm going to work through with a wide tooth comb. I don't understand why people would pick up a brush to do that. I personally would stay away from heating tools if I am not an expert on them. I cannot tell you the amount of times I have seared my hair off trying to be cute, thinking I was a stylist and I knew I wasn't. So I would stay away from heating products or heating styling tools that you are not accustomed to using, because that is a first-class way to see your hair on the floor. Another thing that I would avoid, be bald, is just going to anybody. People be showing you the afters of their work, the aftermath of their work. We're the consistent clients. Those are the people to let you know if those people are good. If we got these one and done appointment video reels, then something's got to give, sis, because why are people not coming back to you? You need to take that into account when you're letting these people in your hair and not be crying because now when you take out your protective style or whatever style they did, your hair is falling out. We need to be mindful of who we're letting touch our scalp. I say this in every video because it's so true. Stop letting anybody touch you. That is the problem. These people are not licensed. These people want you to pay their rent. These people are unprofessional. No. $300 for braids? No. I know we see the girlies leaving their braids in for 6, 7, 8, 9 months and making videos about taking their braids out because they usually wear wigs and protective styles that they can just pop on top. That's nasty. Wash your scalp. If you leave your braids in for months on end, that's a lot of shedding that you are going to be getting through, especially dirt and debris buildup. It's not cute and it's not fun to detangle. I hate doing it when I have braids and I have to detangle from my roots to make sure that I get all the gunk out. That is not something you want to do 8 months down the line. Wash your scalp. You can go max 2 months, but 8 months is absolutely ridiculous. Wash your scalp and detangle your hair. Let's stop over manipulating our hair and always doing the exact same low bun or always doing the exact same high bun. Like I mentioned earlier, there's something called traction alopecia, which is literally if you are a middle part girly and you consistently wear middle parts all the time, your middle part is going to start to lose hair because you are consistently doing it in one consistent area instead of switching it up to relieve that tension around that area. So switch it up. Don't consistently do a middle part. Don't consistently do a side part. Doing a big chop has taught me a lot about being consistent and also doing the right things. Doing better because you know better. And like I said before, I went into this journey thinking it was going to be easy, but having to relearn and re-fall in love with my hair has been a journey. Like cutting it is no joke. Like you literally go through a sense of emotions, not liking it, thinking it was the wrong decision, not being sure what styles are going to work, you know, the looks, the chatter from people who are so used to your hair in whatever state it was before. But I can tell you, if you are going to be doing your journey the right way, making sure your hair is flourishing, do not do the things that I mentioned in this video. Why put all of your hard work and just throw it in the toilet? Why run all this way to the finish line and then stop before you can cross and win? Like, don't do that to yourself of doing everything right and then that one thing sets you back. Because that's how this big chop journey started, because my hair was flourishing and I decided that I was a silk pressed girly and I silk pressed my way into some heat damage. And instead of trying to salvage it, I just said, snip, snip. That's what I did. I had to chop my hair off because I thought I was cute. I'm loving having short hair. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, but my curls, like, I love having short hair. I like not having the responsibility of combing out a lot of hair. Wash days are easy. So there are some pros and cons to having a big chop. We have made it to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Mwah.